Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy. Today, I am about to go to my friend Georgia's. I'm actually, ridiculously late, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this crazy thing not on my face, well, on my face, my eyebrows. Literally, yesterday, I went to go get my eyebrows done, and the lady did it completely different than she normally does it. And, well, I don't even know if it was, the same lady or anything, but normally, they take from the top of my eyebrow, and so my eyebrows sit lower. And I noticed it's weird because my glasses always sit right at my eyebrow line, and everybody always says your glasses are supposed to sit right under your eyebrows. You're supposed to be able to see your eyebrows. And I always thought that's just weird. Literally just the other day I was thinking, I don't think there's any way for my glasses to show my eyebrows, unless I was wearing them, down way further, and then they look stupid. And so I was like, is this my glasses' fault? Maybe my face is weird, and my eyebrows just sit too close to my eyes. But we noticed last night, Dominic and I, that you could see my eyebrows with my glasses. It's not a great reference, because I don't think you'll be able to see it with my sunglasses. Well, kind of. But with my glasses, I guess I'll have to show you guys at another time. But now we can see my eyebrows. So I think what was happening was when I was going to get my eyebrows done, they were taking from, like I said, they were taking from the top and not from the bottom of my eyebrow. So it would make my eyebrow lower than it was supposed to be. And so now my eyebrows are, I guess, the right height. But I don't know, it's taking some adjusting, and also they still seem like they're a little bit off, honestly. They still seem like one is lower than the other, to be real. That's not right, right? I don't know. I guess we're just hoping that this is right, but I feel like it does make my face maybe look better. I don't know. I can never get my eyebrows right. Even when I go get it done, apparently, they still kind of mess them up. I don't know. I feel like they look fine. Obviously, this one is I think this one needs to go in more because this one is out. They're just crazy. The lady tried to talk to me while she was doing my eyebrows, and it's nice when they try to talk to you because I want to talk to them, but I can never understand what they're saying. I think I told you guys about this last time I went to get my eyebrows done, because they have a mask on, I have a mask on, and on top of it, I'm in so much pain. Speaking of, I'm never usually in much pain when I'm at the, getting my eyebrows threaded. I get them threaded, by the way, not waxed. Did I say waxed already? I think I might have said waxed. I get them threaded, and normally I'm not in any pain. It's super easy because they pull from the top. This time I was crying. It hurt so bad, and I was like, this girl just doesn't know what she's doing. I was like, she's doing this so wrong. It hurt so bad. But then afterwards, I realized that I think it's because, like I said, she pulled from the bottom, so it was closer to my eyes, so it hurt more. But I think I might prefer it that way. I think I might prefer they pull from the bottom, so I guess I probably have to tell them that. But she was talking away to me while I was getting my eyebrows done, and I couldn't understand a word she was saying, and she was probably telling me that they were pulling from the wrong side, because she said something about them being weird. She didn't say they were weird, and she tried to correct me when I thought that was what she was saying, because I was like, yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here. And she was like, oh no, that's not what I was saying. But I couldn't understand what she was saying. But I mean, they don't look bad, honestly. It's just they're different. They look different. And when I wear my glasses now, they're definitely uneven. This one is definitely higher than this one, for sure. Oh well, you guys, we're gonna try and ignore that for the rest of my life, because I feel like maybe she needed to pull a little bit more from this one, but they're already so thin at this point. I don't know if there was much more she could do. I don't know, you guys. My eyebrows be crazy. We all know they're crazy eyebrows, and I cannot get behind these things. And then the weird thing is, the other girl, sorry you guys, I keep looking in the mirror at them. The other girl told me I needed to get them tinted, which I'm curious if that's also because she was pulling from the bottom and the top is a little lighter. I'm not sure. I don't know. I like them the way this lady did them. I like that they're higher up, kind of. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me what you think. But either way, actually, probably just don't tell me anything about my eyebrows, because I honestly don't care. There's nothing I can do about it, whether you guys like it or not, or whether I like it or not. If I go to this place, they're going to do it different every time. And I like the place that I go to. They're really nice. And honestly, it's kind of like a fun little, surprise, this is what your eyebrows look like this time. But anyway, I gotta go, you guys. George is waiting on me, so I am going to go hang out with her. We're probably gonna get like subs and eat outside because it's actually 84 degrees out. Maybe it's too hot to eat outside. We'll see once I get there, but we're gonna hang out for a little bit and I will chat with you guys later. Hello, you guys. So it is later in the day now, and actually I should turn my car. He'll be able to see me out here. So later in the day now, I got back from my little get together with my friend Georgia. We ended up doing Jersey Mike's. I don't remember if I mentioned that to you guys, but it was my first time having Jersey Mike's, and it was pretty good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It was really good. We ended up getting big subs, or like the giant subs, which were pretty expensive. They were like 15 bucks a piece. So don't recommend if you're on a budget, but it was a pretty big sub. They also messed up and didn't give me bacon, which was kind of a bummer, but it was not that big of a deal. So Dominic and I then were going to get buffalo chicken subs tonight from Publix because they were supposed to be on sale. Turns out they weren't on sale today. I don't know how I saw that. I must have been looking at like the wrong location, but I thought it was universal for Publix with their sales. But we ended up not getting Publix subs. We ended up getting Harris Teeter subs. So that is what I'm sitting in the car for now, because we already came here literally an hour ago now, and we stood up at the counter for the Harris Teeter subs for a good 20 minutes, you guys. Like, we were just standing at the counter and nobody was talking to us. And we had pre-ordered our subs and they were supposed to be done at 5, and literally nobody would even look at us. So we were like, we're leaving. We didn't pay for them yet, so I was like, whatever, we'll just leave. Well, we leave. The second we get in the car, I get a text saying that our subs are done, right? And what are you doing, Sunday? I get a text saying our subs are done, but I wasn't looking at my phone because we were just hanging out. So I get back to the house and I see the text and I'm like, do you want to just run back to Harris Teeter and get the subs since they're done, supposedly? So Dominic and I get back in the car, we grab Sunday, and we come back to Harris Teeter. And then Dominic goes in. Come here, Sunday. You're really making this life uncomfortable for me. I'm sorry, baby, but I need you to move. So Dominic goes in to get the Harris Teeter subs, and they're not done. They're not even close to done. Like, they didn't even start them yet, supposedly. They're like, oh, we just printed the ticket and didn't make them. So what you're telling me is that we were here waiting for our sub at the correct time. None of you talked to us. None of you tried talking to us. And you waited until we left to send us the confirmation text, knowing that we probably wouldn't come back, so you didn't have to make the subs. I just, like, we're never coming back to this place, but it's just crazy to me. We always have issues at this place where they usually, like, end up ignoring us or whatever, and it's always a situation, but this time it was a bigger situation than normal. So I'm just waiting on Dominic for that. So that is what we're doing now. Sunday is struggling because she hasn't been able to go for a walk yet since we got home, because we've been doing all this hubbub, going and running everywhere to get subs. She just really wants to be around my neck, you guys. She cannot control herself. I'm facing the wrong direction to be able to talk to you guys while I'm waiting for Dominic. Let's turn around so that I can talk to you guys while we're waiting, and I can be looking at you guys while also looking at the Harris Teeter, because that will work better for me. Perfect. Okay. That's better. I mean, I'm still not really be able to do that. But he's in there now. He's frustrated. Dominic does not deal with this stuff very well, especially when, like, we were here. It's obvious that they were just ignoring us because they didn't want to make our subs. So Dominic's in there dealing with it. I told him, I was like, why don't you just leave? Like, at this point, I didn't even want a sub to begin with. I really only wanted Publix sub because it was very different than the Jersey Mike sub, and so I wanted that, but the Harris Teeter sub is pretty similar to Jersey Mike's in my opinion, so I don't even really want it, but they're on sale, $4.99 each, so you can't really beat that, especially when we paid 15 bucks for the giant sub at Jersey Mike's versus $10 for 2 subs. This is why Subway still exists. What the f*** Dominic just said. Oh my gosh, it's so true though. Well, not necessarily. Subway also sucks, but I can't believe he's still in there waiting on these subs. At this point, they were supposed to be done 45 minutes ago, you guys. And they're still not ready for us. They're working on them now. What happened was Dominic went in looking for the subs, and the person at the front was like, hey, I'll be right back. I'll work on them for you in 5 minutes. And Dominic was like, no, like, you already made our subs. We already got a confirmation text about you making our subs. And the guy was like, oh no, like, I don't know what you're talking about, basically. And so they were still trying to prolong making our subs. Like, I don't understand why. But let me text him back and we'll see if we ever end up getting our subs tonight. But I had a lovely time with Georgia. I honestly had so much fun. I need to hang out with her way more often because we're just so similar in like our beliefs and everything. And it's just so much fun to like get together and like laugh, and we just always have a good time together. So give me a second, I'm gonna text him back and I'll talk to you guys either in a minute or later if he comes out already. Okay, so we are eating our subs now, and I guess the manager made it for us. Oops, I got a piece of lettuce on top of mine. But the manager made it, and I have to say he did an amazing job. It tasted delicious, and it was huge this time. The bread was massive, so I'm gonna eat the rest. Hello, you guys. It has been a lot of days now. It is the end of the week. It's Saturday, and I have to wrap this video up. I'm sure you can tell it's been a lot of days by this beautiful cold sore on my face. And actually, it's like not that bad because I have the filter on. I was hoping it would like fake it a little bit more and look a little bit better, but we're working with what we have here, and that just is what it is. I got a cold sore and everybody gets them, so I said whatever, I'm just gonna have to film. Although I will say I'm not feeling well, and like my face honestly hurts this time. Sometimes the cold sores hurt, sometimes they don't. This time it hurts so bad. I think because I've been wearing my mask like when I go into stores and stuff, and so like it's just agitated. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. Also, I've had my period honestly since I got back from Florida, which is a long time. And like I'm actually should be more concerned than I am. I'm really not concerned because I've always had like weird periods, honestly. They have always like fluctuated in length. One time, I say, a couple of years ago, I literally had my period like for 9 months, I think. Like it was honestly insane how long I had my period, and I went to the gynecologist. They checked it out. They did all the things that they're supposed to do. They said they gave me like this little medication thing for one like dose basically, and it reset my period, and then I didn't get my period for a long time, and that was amazing obviously because nobody wants their period for 9 months. I'll tell you that much. But then they wanted to put me on birth control, and then Dominic and I moved here, and I didn't really want to go on birth control anyway. I've actually never been on birth control, and I'm Gucci with that. I don't think I ever want to be on birth control because it honestly terrifies me. I've just watched so many documentaries, and I have so many friends who, like, as they've gotten older, have realized that birth control wasn't the right fit for them, and it was like just the go-to thing that doctors did. And anyway, that's my spiel on birth control. So I just deal with my period being crazy. But last night specifically, it was so bad. I actually was worried. Like, I was almost like, we need to go to the hospital because I was in so much pain. But I woke up this morning and I still like feel shitty. Don't get me wrong, but I feel better than I did last night. That's for sure. But I came out, I was going to go get coffee, and then I was on the phone with Dominic, and it started pouring, so now I'm just like, maybe I won't go get coffee, and I'll just go back home and chill the rest of the day and relax. It is like 100 degrees right now. I had to turn my car off so that I could, like, prop you guys up, but I am very, very hot, so I am going to have to go home shortly. But I wanted to give you guys a little update on the whole, our door situation that we have going on. You know how we put the doorbell camera up because of the neighbor, and I just want to say I even more so now that we have a doorbell camera think it is such an invasion of privacy. Like, I would not wish having a doorbell camera on my worst enemy if like you live in close proximity to someone, especially someone you don't like, because now like it's just bad. I can't imagine being like, she's had her doorbell camera up for 4 months and I've had it up for what, like maybe a week at the most, and I'm already like I'm undownloading this app from my phone because it's an invasion of privacy. Like, I've heard her cuss out her children. I've seen her children like flinch away from her on the camera. I've seen her crying. One day, like, she was crying every time she came up to the door. She was bawling her eyes out. She's talked trash on it, obviously. I mean, who doesn't? It's like the camera's just a good place to do that. But it's just too much. It's just too much. I don't want to know this much about your life, lady. So I think I'm going to like disable the app from my phone, and then like at least it'll like continue to record. So if anything does happen, I'll have the footage and like we can look back to it. Hey guys, first of all, my phone overheated like bad. So I had to like turn my phone off, and then I started listening to music in my car, and then when I turned my phone back on, I started recording again. I'm editing right now, so it's like later in the day now, but I recorded a like 11-minute clip of like after my phone died. Hopefully this is making any sense to you guys, but because I turned the music on in my car in between the clips, what happened is my phone connected to my car, and now the sound is weird. So for the rest of the video, like it's gonna sound very muffled and weird. Hopefully you guys are okay with that, but I have had this happen before where my sound is muffled, and I've always wondered like, why does it happen only sometimes? Well, I found out it's because it's recording through my car. So I don't even know how I found that out, other than that one time I was on the phone with someone and I could actually hear myself through their car for some reason. I don't remember who it was, even if it was my mom or Dominic. And it sounded like me, but it sounded weird. Like my voice sounded kind of distorted. And that's exactly what this clip sounds like. It sounds exactly like if you and I were to be on the phone and you were to be hearing me through my crappy car audio. So if you guys are comfortable having a crappy car audio chat with me, stick around to the end of this video, because I have, obviously my next clip is going to be an 11-minute clip of crappy car audio. So you're just going to have to act like we're on the phone having a nice chat, and sometimes you can't really understand what I'm saying because my car audio sucks so bad. But now that I know that when I go to film in my car, I have to turn my like radio off. And so that's why sometimes you guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys even notice, and if this is even pointless to even point out to you guys, but I think that's why sometimes my audio is messed up in my car, because I listen to music and then I have my audio on in the car, so it starts recording from the vehicle rather than recording from my phone. So, I mean, I'm going to have a different system in the end anyway, but I just wanted to let you guys know before I jump into the clip where you literally can barely hear what I'm saying, and have you guys know. Oh, also, big update. This is going to get so confusing for you guys, because the video that the clip I filmed, I talk about the neighbor downstairs, but I have a big update on her as well. Apparently, she's having her baby in 2 days. Literally, I just heard her say it as her and her kids were leaving. She was telling the kids that the baby is coming, like that their sister is going to be here in 2 days. So here's to hoping her baby, like she's nicer to her baby, because first of all, it's a baby, and second of all, because it's a girl. You know how some people are, if it's like their own like same sex, they're nicer to them. Not that I hope that for the other kids, but I don't understand people bringing babies into the world when they're not very good with their babies that they already have. But anyway, you guys, we're going to jump in to the shitty clip that I just filmed in the car that I don't want to cut out. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you're not, just get out of this video and know that like my quality is not always this bad. I don't really understand why I'm having so many issues lately. But I love you guys, and let's just jump in to earlier, like literally an hour ago I filmed this.
Anyway, what I was going to say is just that I think I'm going to delete the app from my phone because I'm just not about it. And also, it's so hilarious to me because every time she walks in her door, her, like, alarm goes off on her phone to, like, a notification goes off telling her that someone's walked up to the door, obviously. Like, I literally hear the same, like, Google notification on her phone every time she walks up to the door, which just tells me that she has her, like, notifications on, so every time we walk up to the door, her alarm goes off. Like, that's not healthy. I actually feel so bad for her that she is like this, and I can't imagine, honestly, having it be that way, because even just, like, checking it once in a while, I am going crazy. I can't watch someone cry on this. I can't, like, literally, when I tell you she was bawling, you guys, she was crying so hard and she looked so uncomfortable because she knew she was on camera and she was trying to get in her house so fast, but, like, she was bawling. I felt like so uncomfortable. I was like, this is not something I'm supposed to be here for. Like, this is why these doorbell cameras are not okay. Like, when you live in an apartment setting like this, because this is a private moment that she's having with herself. Like, she should be able to walk up to her house crying and not have somebody that she doesn't like seeing it. But I also still don't like her, obviously. She's still like a horrible, mean person. But, like, at least I know when I walk up to the door, she's not seeing me crying or abusing anybody. Like, she's seeing me in a good mood, which probably makes her hate us more because we're never upset when we walk up to the door, unless, like, we're talking to her, obviously. Unless we're, like, and maybe that's her thing. Like, maybe that's why she, like, is putting things at our door and shit to make us upset or something because, like, I don't know, her life is so miserable. But I feel like that's honestly how it is with people that are, like, in a bad place in their life. A lot of times they'll do anything that they can to bring other people down too. And I think that's honestly what she's going for. But I'm not gonna let her bring me down. I'm just gonna delete the app from my phone. And, like, if I check, like, if anything happens where we have trash at our door, or anything happens to, like, either of our cars, we'll check the app and we'll be able to see, like, if she did anything. But I just can't watch her cry and not feel for her. Like, that's just not, I can't do that. And then, like, watching her bring her groceries in, like, this woman is pregnant. When I tell you she's pregnant, like, I mean, like, she's gonna pop any day now. And she's carrying these big, huge, like, can thing. Like, she's carrying so many groceries, and it's gotta be hard for her. I just feel bad for her because I would help. Like, that, I'm the type of person. That's how I actually met my friend Jay in the neighborhood, because she was bringing up groceries, or not even how I met her. We had already, like, talked, interacted a little bit, but, like, I'm the type of person that offers to bring people's groceries in for them. Like, I can't watch this pregnant lady bringing her groceries in knowing she's lifting way more than she's supposed to be lifting and, like, not want to help her, you know? Like, when she was crying that one day, she actually was crying, went into her house, and then came out of her house and went and cried in her car. And when I tell you how hard it was for me to not go and ask her, like, are you okay? Like, do you need someone to talk to? Like, and she fucking hates me. Like, so, like, that's obviously why I couldn't, and also I hate her, but I just feel for her. Like, I feel bad. I feel bad that she's just sad, a sad person, and it just makes me feel bad. But then yesterday, she was, like, talking all sorts of trash, saying, like, I hope that girl hits my car, or something. Like, she said something crazy on camera, and I'm just like, this lady is crazy. She's, like, 50 different people in one person, and I'm perplexed by her, honestly. If the camera has taught me anything, it's that don't get a camera, because then you learn way too much about your neighbor that you don't want to know. I never wanted to know any of this. I already knew she abused her kids, and hearing that and seeing that on camera, seeing her kid flinch away from her, I mean, at least I have it on camera now. If anything happens, it's just not something you want to be, like, involved in. You don't want to be witnessing that poor kid. Anyway, you guys, I gotta go. So I'm gonna go back to the house now because it looks like it's gonna pour rain, like, any second now, and I should really get into my house before it starts doing that. One more thing I wanted to mention is my eyebrows, you guys. It's gotten worse. Like, not even that it's gotten worse, but literally yesterday I was having a conversation with Dominic, and he just burst out laughing because I look like look at me. I look like I'm raising this eyebrow. I literally look like I'm raising my eyebrow. Let's see if I can get better lighting for you guys. Like, look at that. This is not okay. This eyebrow is way higher than this eyebrow. It's not a good situation. But we're making the most of it, and honestly, if any time for my eyebrows to be crazy, having my cold sore on my face at this time, like, I was the whole reason I got my eyebrows done was because I was going to film my hauls for you guys, like I mentioned, but now that I have this cold sore on my face, it's not the vibe for my hauls. And for the vlog, fam, any day I'll show my cold sore off. But in the hauls, not really the vibe. So I'm gonna, especially not the like halls that people sent me clothes. I'm not gonna wear this cold sore on it. But I mean, not that they would care. I mean, representation matters. That's actually the real reason. I'm like talking myself out. I'm talking myself into doing the halls now. Representation matters. Having a cold sore on your face, it happens to so many people. And growing up, I was just talking to Dominic about this. Growing up, I never saw anybody have a cold sore but me and my dad. But I didn't even see his cold sore really, because he always would wear a beard because he's a man and that was socially acceptable for him. But I couldn't do that, obviously, and I never saw anyone else with cold sores. And so, like, that's a part of why, like, because Dominic was like, oh, you're not going to vlog today, are you? You said you, like, weren't going to do the hauls and stuff, and I was like, oh, no, like, I'm going to vlog, because I want you guys to know that, like, sorry, I'm trying to fix this thing. I want you guys to know that, like, if you get cold sores, like, it's very normal. Everybody gets them. You can be embarrassed about it. Trust me, I've had my fair share of embarrassment of it. But, like, yesterday, you guys, yesterday I went to Dunkin', and all the Dunkin' employees wanted to be involved in the conversation yesterday for some reason. And I was like, of all the days, I have this big honking cold sore, which you guys can't really see how bad it is. Like, it's way worse. Actually, what the hell? I'll just show you guys how bad it is, and then we're going to turn this thing back on, because we don't need you guys to live in this. Like, look, oh my gosh, it's so bad. I have lysine on it right now, so that's why it looks a little crazier. But, anyway, I go to Dunkin', and everybody's standing at the window wanting to chat me up, and, like, this is the first time that's ever happened where everybody's, like, gathered around the window wanting to talk to me. And also, Jazzy with the whip guy gave me a large iced coffee when I ordered a medium. It was so nice of him. I didn't even realize when he did it because I had this thing on my face and I was so, like, self-conscious of it. So trust me, I get it. I get being self-conscious of the cold sore. I've been it my whole life. But I think a part of that is, like I said, representation. Like, I've never seen anybody else with a cold sore other than this girl from The Bachelor. Her name is Kayla Quinn, I think is her last name. But her last name might have changed because she got married recently. She has been, like, she's posted on Instagram with her cold sore, and she's, like, talked about the fact that she gets cold sores and stuff like that, and I think that really is inspiring to me to do the same, because I feel like, you know, I feel like it's just, there's a stigma attached to it. I've had a cold sore since I was a kid. Like, since my dad gave me this cold sore. I know how crazy that is. But I've had a cold sore my whole life, and I've really had nobody make fun of me for it in front of my face, other than one person to my family. But nobody else has ever made fun of me for it in front of my face. I mean, they probably do it behind my back, but I think it's more just an insecurity in your own self when you have one of these types of things going on, or like a zit or anything like that. You just rock it. We all get them, and, well, we don't all get cold sores, but a lot of us get cold sores. But anyway, guys, I don't know. This is a whole rant that I didn't expect to be going on. But I love you guys. Please remember to hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Give us a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.